Hey YouTube, Ranger Buzz here. So this is a semi-review, because I just found on Crunchyroll that they have Samurai Pizza Cats now. Um, for those of you who don't know what Samurai Pizza Cats is, it is a adaptation of a Japanese anime. Don't ask me what one. I can't remember what it's called, and it kind of really doesn't matter anyway. I'll get to that in a minute. But it was released in that sort of 90s Ninja Turtles era. I remember watching a couple of episodes back when I was younger. Well, most of it, I think. I remember the end of it. Seriously, I remember the end of it quite clearly. I just don't remember anything else. But I do remember watching it. It follows the adventures of three, five, six. There are additional cats that get introduced later on. Uh, Hero cats who work at a pizza parlor and get launched out of a cannon after they get their armor put on to stop the big cheese, who is some kind of a rat robot thing. I always thought he was a fox person. Apparently he's a rat. I don't know. And his ninja crows led by Bad Bird. Now, okay, the three main cats are Polyester, Speedy Ceviche, and Guido Anchovy. Now, if all of these names sound like they come straight out of a bad sitcom or something, or some kind of really terrible comedy act, um, you're not too far wrong. You see, what happened with this show is that when they received the film, they received the episodes and the translations for the scripts were either so poorly translated that that you couldn't understand them, or they were so damaged beyond understanding that you again couldn't understand them. So they had all this footage. This is Saban, by the way, the guys that came up with Power Rangers. Um, yeah, this should tell you where this is going. They had all this footage and no scripts, nothing to give voice actors or anything. So, in a fit of, oh god, what do we do? Someone's had the bright idea of giving the footage to a uh, script writer and saying, write us something. They literally, and now I haven't seen the original. It's apparently a little bit more serious, not quite as, what's the word I'm looking for? Goofy? Goofy. As what we saw in English. Um, and boy, is it goofy. The script writers were basically running off what they saw. They didn't have any story synopsis. They didn't have any scripts they could understand. It was just, okay, what's happening on screen? This. Can I make a story out of that? Yes. And what came out of it was one of the most random, out there, ludicrous stories in the 90s. This is a time where teenagers were given magic spandex. Um, Mutant turtles were fighting crime in New York, and uh, yeah, and this was the weirdest one. Now, I've watched 3 episodes on Crunchyroll, and this isn't sponsored by the way. Crunchyroll doesn't know I'm doing this at all. Uh, just getting that out there so you're not asking, why are you having such a, are you sure you're not sponsored? This is not sponsored. Nothing. I'm not making anything out of this except for the usual YouTube money, which is like a cent. So, yeah. Um, and God, I forgot how random this show is. Oh God. Oh God. So, in the first episode, they face a giant serpent dragon, which is flown and operated by a bunch of the ninja crows, controlling it with sticks like the traditional Chinese dragons for New Year's and their festivals and whatever. The second one, it is a giant sushi making robot. And in the third, the bad crow, the ninja crows and bad bird, digging a tunnel into a secret into a secret vault which is full of gold. And they've kidnapped people to do it, and they've got digging robots and now of the three basic stories I've told you, the third one doesn't sound so bad. The payoff, which I'm not going to spoil here, so we all know how I feel about spoilers. Uh, the payoff is a little bit kooky. The cats themselves are polyesters, very easily annoyed, and scratches. Her main weapon are her love heart shurikens and her natural claws. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is going where you think it's going. Guido has an umbrella that both shoots sunlight, some kind of sunlight thing out of it, and hypnotizes the ninja crows into fighting each other over an iron butterfly ticket. And Speedy has a magic Ginyu sword which he uses to cut things into a billion little pieces. It is hidden in the hilt of his regular sword. I don't know how that works. Don't ask me. This show is nuts. um, Big Cheese is secretly evil. He's a member of the council. I think in the original, he's like a member of the Shogunate Council or something. This one, he's of the village council. They live in Little Tokyo, by the way. It's a combination of anthropomorphic cartoon animals, traditional Japanese Edo period buildings, and robots. Again, don't flip and ask. This show, the first episode, one of the first buildings that's destroyed is a home for retired Ninja Turtles. Don't ask me to explain this in a way that is sane. There's no sanity here. This is this this is what happens when you can't get the the this is what happens when you can't get the scripts for an anime. Someone gets drunk and writes this sort of thing. Oh, drunk, yes. This is like everything I've told you about the scripts and everything. This has been confirmed on a DVD release, I think it was. And so is this bit. The theme song, do, 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 catchy as heck, by the way, is sung by I think he was the director or the music director or the script overseer or something like that. When he was drunk, and I mean barely able to stand straight. He's doing an impression of some comedian or an actor or something, and yeah, the spiritual advisor or the spiritual inspiration or something of this show is Hogan the Cat. I I just if you have Crunchyroll, I think it's for only for premium guys at the moment. If you have the money, it's not much to be honest. If I can afford it anyway, I can afford it. Let's be honest. If you have Crunchyroll, God, do yourself a favor, at least catch the first three episodes. This show is just one of the best examples of insanity, harmless insanity. It's just so much. It hasn't. I'll be the first to admit it hasn't aged well. There are references. The animation looks like it could do with an upgrade. Uh, it hasn't really, in my mind, in my opinion, it hasn't aged well. That doesn't stop it from being perfectly good cheese to just sit back, enjoy, and just kill yourself laughing. Oh God. I mean, like I said, they had to write the script with that synopsis. So they're samurai that use ninja weapons. They got throwing stars and they've got kunai and everything else. Polyester, like I said, she uses love hearts and claws, cat's claws. Uh, Before they launch them, their restaurant that they work at has a massive gun on the top of it, and that's how they get around. Even on pizza, there's a couple of times in the second episode where they launch them. Apparently, I don't know if this is how it is in the in the Japanese version, but they're launching them for pizza deliveries. Big old gun rises up, and it's fired by like Time Crisis, that sort of thing. You got the little gun that's connected to it, and you sort of yeah, it's fired by one of those. Yep. A fourth cat is introduced in the third episode. Meowza, I think his name is. And he's got drills in his shoulder pads and buzzsaws in his in these ones, and he digs down. Yeah, I mean, okay. Brutally honest, I've said it a couple of times, but I'll say it again. I don't mind. This show is weird as hell. You will not find a weirder show out there. Ninja Turtles, tame. Thundercats, perfectly normal. Octonauts, sure, why not? Samurai Pizza Cats, boom. However, it is sheer guilty, dumb fun, and you really should go and watch it. It's just hilarious. That's just my opinion, though. Make your own. Go and have a look. I'll catch you guys later. Ranger of Oz signing out. See ya.